Hi, Robin Steinberg here with EmbodyPossibility.com, your well-being coach. And I'm here as I promised to keep my commitment, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about integrity and keeping one's word to oneself. Specifically also about how when you have an intent, things that are unlike that come up, whether they're distractions or anything that's unlike where you're intending to go that needs to be cleared and healed in order for you to move forward. I began the 21-day video challenge with the Share and Shine folks and was doing great. I made it to day 7. I would have to check and see. I think I made it to day 8, but I got sick. And I pushed through that towards the end there anyway, but I realized I used that perhaps as an excuse. I thought maybe I would be able to use animation, for instance, while I was sneezing uncontrollably. But that turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. There's a little learning curve, which is great, but wasn't feeling up to the challenge, and somehow one day slipped by. I let people know that my intent was to catch up the next day, and before you knew it, it's been a week now. And it's gotten easier and easier to not keep my word and my commitment. And the hard part is actually now making sure that I keep my commitment and begin again. So I'm going to consider this day 1 of our 21-day video challenge. Thank you for sticking with me and recognizing that this is a work in progress. The things that come up when we lose our focus and our intent and our momentum, everything becomes an easy distraction. So at this moment, I'm simply pushing through that, recognizing that I've delayed and want to make it perfect, whatever it is. I want it to be down at the beach, any kind of excuse, and thank you very much for sharing. Nevertheless, I'm going to keep my commitment to myself and to you and to anybody that's choosing to watch this. I don't think it even matters about what the content is, simply that I've made a commitment, told you that you could count on me and that I would be here, stretching my envelope and beginning to connect with you. So here I am, and I encourage you to look at where you are doing similar things, slipping away. Perhaps the slippery slope has taken on a momentum of its own for you or become an obstacle. And the best way to move through that is to simply move through that. Thank you very much for sharing. Nevertheless, this is what I intend to do. That applies to your intentions with building a business, with making time for yourself, with taking care of things that are weighing on you, or perhaps an obstacle of some sort. The distractions, the people walking by, whatever it is that happens to come along. Do you know where it is you intend to be going? The Cheshire Cat comes to mind. If you don't really know what you intend to be doing or where you're attempting to go, it doesn't really matter what path you take. But once you have an intent and a direction of travel, what are you going to do to continue to course correct, to come back to what that intent is, to reassess and to move forward? So I'll leave you with this question. Where are the places in your life that you've gotten a little bit off of course? And what small steps can you do to move yourself back onto course? It doesn't take very much to begin to develop that momentum. Meanwhile, I leave you with the questions for yourself and a moment of peace at the Pacific Ocean. Please.